Hi, welcome back guys to Otaku Odyssey, this series about what if Naruto travel in parallel world of Ben 10. Let's begin. 13 years vintage Naruto Uzumaki struggles towards the heavy chains in a few massive room, having historic glyphs etched on every floor. An old man with bandages protecting the right aspect of his face and an X-form scar on his chin, sporting a white blouse and a black gown watches him. Severa Shinobi and Kanoichi have been around having clean mask on their face. You were denied to me considering the fact that you're starred as I will not see Konoha vulnerable, so I can make you my weapon or you will die, he stated as Naruto has worry in his azure blue eyes. Lord Danzo, the new host has been prepared, one shinobi stated as Danzo sees a younger lady with lengthy red hair and matching eyes in a dark nightgown. Accurate factor that there was a pure-blooded Uzumaki in Kusagakure. Danzo concept as he slams his cane. Begin the switch. He orders as one Kanoichi tears open Naruto's blouse to reveal a seal on his stomach in the form of 4 symbols, seal overlapping. Naruto cries and struggles, however slowly his eyes roll inside the returned his head before 7 eye-like tattoos form on his chest. Danzo Shimura, you're a fool, Naruto stated along with his voice chittering like a billion infinitesimal bugs and his now open eyes a black void. The glyphs glow purple as Danzo backs away, and his supposed lacking proper arm comes out of his gown having 3 gold locks. Kyobi, he stated as Naruto breaks his chains easily and rises as ominous chuckling fills the room. No, I'm something far extra historic. Although I thanks for bringing 953 a new frame, he stated as his seal glows and a purple mist leaves him to engulf the young redeed. Danzo's new spring into movement to shield their grasp, but shadow tendrils pierce their bodies from the glyphs. Danzo's lone eye widens as a shadow rises behind Naruto, looking like an anorexically skinny humanoid, standing precisely 7 feet tall. It has a purple haze around it with a crown-like decoration over its head and 7 crimson eyes on its chest. In case you are not the Kyobi, then what are you? Danzo requested, his right arm having 10 Sharingan eyes implanted at the site of displaying the face of Hashirama Senju. I have many names, Knithgore, Shormosh Urda, El La RJ. The king who rose from the bleeding, king embellished in red, god of darkish below, the Scarlet King, Naruto stated because the eyes on Danzo's arm started out to bleed. At some point of the basic international locations, 7 women enjoy a surprising alternate in their bodies and their anomalous residences awakening before they all questioning to head to Konoha. However, one is already there. Hinata Hyuga, who's currently on the age of 13, weeps softly in her room as a mask covers her face having no facial features. A sad incident on the age of 3 scarred her face, and her father Hiyashi had the masks made to her after the incident. If all of us saw her face, she could assault them with electricity unseen for a child and might mysteriously vanish. He is right here. He has back. Hinata whisper cries as a wide grin impossible for her face bureaucracy at the back of her mask. Danzo screams in affliction as he claws at his eyes, whilst Naruto smiles. This is all because of your unfettered arrogance. However, I'll be cliché before you cross insane. Quickly the age of shinobi as you understand it will quit, and I will be the harbinger. I will become a blight throughout the land and the whole lot I touch shall wither and die, Naruto said. Yudd demon. Danzo said that it turned into scratching his throat. Demon seems too small for what I am, Naruto said, as the darkness of Konoha is ripped through his throat that ended his existence. Danzo in no way had time to spark off his opposite 4 symbol sealing. Kids of the Scarlet King, the other call for the Uzumaki clan, a voice stated, and Naruto sees the redeed sitting up with fox ears from her hair and 9 furry tails in a crimson shade. What's up Kurama, or ought to I say SCP-953, Naruto said. You may name me Karen now. I melded along with her. Once we were 2 and now we are 1. Kurama or Karen said. Precise. Return to Kusa and I will prepare an area for you, Naruto stated, and Karen smiles, earlier than kissing his cheek and vanishing in a swirl of flames. The reborn Scarlet King smiles as the world would quickly fall to chaos with him at the center. Naruto plays a powerful damaged toddler because the Sandaime Hokage would discover him laying outside the now scorched room with Danzo lifeless interior. Hiruzen Sarutobi might consider Danzo tried to tamper with his seal and destroyed the Kyobi in the procedure, however killing him too. Danzo's ultimate nya had been put to the sword, however the children have been spared and dispatched to orphanages. But they might grow to be the beginning of the reborn cult of the Scarlet King. Hiruzen's student Jiraiya and one of the Densetsu no Sannin is known as again to test Naruto's seal. and would declare that the Kyuubi is long past, by no means to return, as half have changed into sealed within the Shinigami's stomach, except he orders his Ambu squad to retrieve the Shinigami masks from the Uzumaki shrine, in which he desires an Uzumaki, just to go into the shrine to launch Minato's soul. To Hiruzen, the notion of dropping the Kyuubi changed into a serious loss to Konoha's strength, but now Naruto became free of his burden. However, he didn't scream the Kyuubi changed into long past. This would cause his dying in some years, but top news could arrive inside the shape of his other student Tsunade Senju, granddaughter of the Shodaime and grandniece of the Nidaime. However, what nobody knew is that she is the reborn SCP-682. The difficult-to-spoil reptile. However, she is likewise one of the 7 brides of the Scarlet King, and the primary to reach from out of doors. Konoha.she has extraordinarily high electricity, velocity, reflexes with a nigh indestructible frame, and her trump card, which is her excessive adaptability, having many believing her Senju and Uzumaki DNA is the cause for it. She once had a hatred closer to all existence, but meeting the Scarlet King made that hatred gone and replaced with love for him, left to bring about his grand design. The voluptuous blonde-haired female might meet her fellow bride Hinata or SCP-096, additionally known as the Shy Gal, as her father desired her face healed. However, Tsunade claimed it became impossible, as her kidnappers used an atypical form of acid. This would anger Hiashi, but he knew higher than to anger the Senju princess, as her name includes weight. The brides would meet their king, and Naruto would heal his lovely little bride's face, reminding her to hold her lovely face hidden and kill any who saw it. The next of the brides to arrive had been twin sisters Maki and Maizenin, or SCP-284, the twins, who proportion one useful brain but were able to separate mind and memories, but able to grow to be a being called Maimei. Hiruzen would meet the sisters. They expressed a choice to emerge as ninja, and he enrolled them in the academy. Song ends Konohagakure no Sato. 3 years later, Hiruzen sighs with a hit from his pipe, as his thoughts had been on the final 3 years and new arrivals in the village. However, also changes. The death of Danzo turned into a blow to their former teammates and their cronies at the council. This allowed him to cut back their strength, and greater so, thanks to a younger lady named Makima Naoda or SCP-166 ARC. She is now the most effective member of his civilian council and seemed to bewitch the former members, as every appeared very enamored with her. Even himself is responsible of thinking of having sexual congress along with her even at his age. Then there is that strange woman called Power, who follows her round nearly all of the time. Hiruzen stated, some other arrival is the Witch of Demon U.S. Momoyae Rozu, a mistress of Genjutsu that may be taken into consideration actual in some instances. She even puts Kurenai Yuhi to disgrace. Here is an idea. Before thinking of Naruto, ever, because the loss of the Kyuubi plainly Naruto's natural Uzumaki capabilities have seemed to floor, as his blonde hair slowly became purple. He'll graduate these days. I wonder how he will do. Hiruzen stated. Meanwhile, in the Senju compound but deep underground in an artificial cavern, sits Naruto on a floating throne of bones with his eyes closed and searching through the eyes of his developing cult. He wears a dark purple sweater with black shipment denims and fight boots, with 7 ring on his gloved fingers. And ARU. Let's have intercourse. A voice shouted beneath him. Naruto opens his void-like eyes to look energy. Tsunade and Makima sitting at the lower back of a former member of the council, with his leash in her hand, also his closing bride Conan or SCP-2417. Or extra precisely, it just like her. Conan is a living paper that needs blood to keep her god Rakmolusan alive, or now she is simply desires blood like a vampire. I must go to the academy. Electricity, dear. Naruto stated. You have got time. Strength said. She has lengthy dirty blonde hair and looks strawberry blonde, as nicely having red and yellow eyes that form a pass sample with sharp tooth. She wears a get-dressed blouse, tie, and slacks with a blue jacket, striking midway off her frame. She is likewise SCP-008 and consists of the zombie plague prion, able to ending the human race in a be counted of months, as absolutely everyone she bites spreads the plague. He is right. He starts his adventure of becoming a blight upon the land. Tsunade stated, as her honey eyes showing a number of her antique hatred for all life. She has immediately blonde hair that parts above her forehead with shoulder period bangs that frame her face, and the rest reaches her lower returned. She wears a tight white button-up shirt to expose off her magnificent chest, with a low reduce forest green vest, excessive waist black pants, and excessive heel boots. How a lot longer, will you permit the Hokage to live? Makima requested as she places her hand under her chin and propped up on her leg. She has lengthy light auburn hair in an unfastened braid, with bangs reaching simply beyond her eyebrows, and longer side bangs that frame her face. Her unblinking eyes are yellow with more than one crimson earrings within them. Wearing a white long-sleeve blouse, a black tie, black pants and brown footwear, Orochimaru is making plans an invasion at some stage in the Chunin tests with Tsunagakure. He has my permission to die as a means to erase his disgrace, Naruto said. Which gives way for me to become Hokage, Tsunade stated. Why now not the Witch of Demon U.S. A voice stated, and the blonde-haired girl appears lower back to look Momo. I'm able to genuinely will that to happen, Momo stated. She has lengthy black hair tied into a spiky ponytail, with a massive strand placing at the proper aspect of her face. Her eyes are large but sharp, darkish in color, and matched with quick eyebrows. She wears sleeveless crimson leotard with silver lines at her waist and around her arms. Similarly, it's far open to reveal her pores and skin from her neck to just underneath her navel. Low driving dark blue pants and black combat heels. Finally, a black cape having a pink interior with small witch's hat on her head and a timber workforce. I can even make Konan Hokage, Momo stated and smiles. If she takes her toys Rinnegan, she introduced. Nagato isn't my toy. He is a baby of our king, Konan said. She has shoulder period blue hair in a bun with a lavender flower, amber eyes having pink eyeshadow, and wearing a chin-length black cloak, having red clouds on it. Correct. Although Momo pricey, you may repair his body to prime circumstance, Naruto said, jumping down from his throne of bones. Authentic. And it would be delightful to observe him break Konoha and his faulty perception of peace, Momo stated, kissing his cheek and the other's obtrusive at her. Momo, or called SCP-239, is able to changing something in her preferred location when she is unsleeping, which she makes use of on her genjutsu, but being a bride of the Scarlet King, her range has grown exponentially. Even higher is that she can also experience emotions to understand if a person tries to kill her at the same time as napping. Well, off to the academy, Naruto stated, pulling a cane from nowhere and a couple of wide lens glasses, having crystal blue lens. The 5 girls bow to their king and husband. Freedom to the king of underground, they declare. Kanahagakure no Sato Academy. Maki Zenin sits along with her legs crossed, as her twin sister Mai pops bubblegum. Is going to be late. Sister Mai stated. She has mid-period black hair that reaches simply to her neck, dark brown eyes, and skinny eyebrows. She wears a black sleeveless excessive collar blouse, having golden buttons with a protracted, black skirt, black stockings and black shoes. He will arrive while he's supposed to, Maki said, seeing her fellow bride Hinata entering and taking a seat 1 row beneath them. Maki is identical to Mai, but wears glasses and small golden eyes and lengthy black hair tied right into a quick ponytail. She has fringes of hair over her brow, with smaller strands framing her cheeks, sporting a protracted sleeve jacket with a skirt, black leggings, and tan boots. His little routine ends today as nicely. My muses, looking on the numerous students. A choose few were from the superb clans of Konoha, including the Aburum, Nara, Akamichi, Yamanaka, Uchiha and Hyuga, with Naruto's personal clan as an afterthought. Magnificence as a substitute. Civilians make up the relaxation of the class, as the Hokage desires to be generous and noble. Look, it's the cripple, Kiba shouts. The twins see Naruto coming into with a cane and a great limp, as he makes his manner to them. Hi there, Mai and Maki, he stated, and both deliver him nods. Naruto, Hinata stated as she was standing behind him. Hiya Hinata, Naruto said as she smiles and the shy gal blushes in the back of her masks. He's taking a place subsequent to Hinata, as about 20 minutes pass before instructors arrive with rudimentary speeches, approximately unspecific things. One trainer passes out as take a look at and offers Naruto one of the fakest smile ever. Accurate luck, Naruto, Mizuki said. Thanks, Naruto stated, even as searching over said test, because it has questions beyond the scope of genin requirements. He cruises via the check and puzzled to let strength have at it with Mizuki or maybe Makima. Then again, he can have Momo flip him into something ugly. Soon everybody completed their exams and everybody is let outside for their accuracy test, and every of them going order. Naruto, Mizuki said, and every person, however, his brides whisper. However, everybody gasps with wide eyes as Naruto slowly loses his limp with every step and twirls his cane and smiles before getting best rankings on shuriken and kunai. What do you believe you studied, Mizuki-sensei? I fooled everybody with my act. Perfect for a shinobi, Naruto said, and Mizuki has no words. Top work. Maki said as Mai is going for her turn. Of course, all conflict is based on deception. Naruto muses. The accuracy test finishes and anyone is let again in for the very last check of the Academy 3 jutsu to grow to be genin. Many had been nevertheless whispering approximately Naruto no longer taking walks with a limp, as they believed he turned into one. A few wanted to name him out on it, but Hinata and the twins' presence made them scream in their minds to stay away. Each genin hopeful take their test with a pass or fail, happiness or sadness on their faces as time passes. Hinata passes to her satisfaction, however, is likewise sad, as she will no longer be on Naruto's team, as the twins were given the honor of defensive their king. Naruto. Mizuki calls out. Naruto spins his cane and makes his way to the checking out room as Iruka were seated. Alright Naruto, I need a henge kawarimi and 3 bunchin from you. Iruka stated. Naruto debates on becoming an eldritch horror, but decided on his father the Yondaime Hokage, surprising both teachers, and makes use of kawarimi with a chair. No way. He can do a bunchin. Both idea however horror affixes to their faces as 3 bunchin stand by using Naruto. Why you bypass Naruto? Iruka stated. Naruto smiles and takes his headband with a smile on his face. Thank you, he said, even as heading again to his fellow graduates, as Mizuki stops. I can use the Kyuubi to scouse borrow the sacred scroll. Mizuki notion however could need to use a civilian. The assessments soon completed, as the lecturers gave every other speech earlier than informing them of placements the next day, and dismisses them. Naruto would leave along with his entourage and positioned electricity's proposal to sensible use. Whilst nightfall got here as a scholar stole the sacred scroll. Music. The atomic bow project time. Mizuki stands over the cooling corpse of his scholar with a smirk on his face. What an idiot. Did you clearly consider what I said? He stated at the same time as protecting a kunai dripping with blood. Even though I wonder the way you were capable of get the sacred scroll so without difficulty. Mizuki provides. Properly I aided him a wee bit, a voice said, and Mizuki whips around to peer Naruto performing from the shadows of the wooded area. Kyuubi. Mizuki said as Naruto slowly actions his head in confusion, and Mizuki grins as he grabs one in every of his Fuma shuriken. Inform me Naruto. DUI absolutely everyone hates you, Mizuki said. What do you suggest Mizuki-sensei? Humans do not hate me, Naruto stated, and Mizuki laughs. Oh. However they do Naruto, you see 16 years in the past, your authentic self, the Kyuubi no Yoko attacked the village and killed rankings of human beings. If no longer for the Yondaime, your rampage might have persisted, but he grew to become you right into a human, Mizuki stated and grins maniacally, seeing the stunned appearance on Naruto's face, which he turned into faking it. Weeping echoes have been heard before Mizuki may want to throw his shuriken, as he turns to peer Hinata, weeping however without her masks, revealing her very beautiful face with doe-like lavender eyes. But her weeping soon shifts to guttural growling as her body modifications earlier than Mizuki's eyes into something ugly. Her midnight blue hair falls from her head as she grows to 2.38 meters in height. Her honest skin loses all pigmentation, and her palms develop grossly out of proportion, with the relaxation her body to an approximate duration of 1.5 meters each. Mizuki, you need to be running, Naruto said jokingly, and Mizuki does as Hinata roars. Mizuki ran as fast as his legs may want to go as Hinata's scream echo through the night. Nothing impedes her as she crashes through bushes. What the hell is she? Mizuki concept tossing one and all shuriken as he turns. The Fuma shuriken hits Hinata in her head, but it does not forestall her as Mizuki keeps until he reaches his girlfriend and accomplice in crime Tsubaki's domestic. He kicks open the door to literal horror film as Tsubaki lays at the ground with a younger girl, literally eating from her belly. Mizuki, Tsubaki whispers, accomplishing a bloody handout to him. However Hinata's scream erupts, and he runs off. I bet he doesn't take care of you, Electricity said as she continues consuming Tsubaki's intestines. Mizuki races for the border towards Sound Country in his grasp, but stamina is a detriment to him as he slips on tree department, crashing to the floor with heavy respiratory. He turns on his back, and his eyes widen in horror as Hinata's grotesque visage stands earlier than, am I quite Mizuki-sensei? She asks him among guttural weeping. This breaks the poignant tension surrounding Mizuki. Are you pretty? He stated and then screams. Hell no. Hinata wastes no time as she chew his head off like grape, with her impossibly large mouth with the rest of his body coming. Naruto reaches the kill webpage as Hinata is sitting very docile, and in her human form. I quite? She asks. One of the maximum stunning. Naruto muses and Hinata smiles. Why? Song ends. Kanahagakure no. Sado Academy. Naruto sits with his fellow students, whilst looking forward to the statement on who may be on what team, whilst Mai is slyly rubbing his manhood via her arms. However, the Scarlet King's mind were on his mother, that once his reawakening he had Momo will his mom again to lifestyles, along with Rin Nohara. Kushina changed into clearly bold over approximately her revival. But while Naruto discovered to her that he is the Scarlet King, because it all made for the reason that to her and as a present for birthing a multiversal god Naruto made her the king in yellow or queen in yellow, additionally referred to as Haster, with Rin Nohara as her right-hand girl, and dispatched them to the land of water to overcome it for its crime of destroying what changed into his, that is the Uzumaki clan. Soon Kumo, Iwa and even Konoha will know what it means to take what's mine. Naruto thought, seeing Iruka coming into as he offers some other dull speech and starts off evolved at the placements as Sakura screams of true love as she is on a group with Sasuke and through extension Sai, a member of the cult of the youngsters of the Scarlet King. Hinata is saddened to analyze she is on group 8 with Kiba and Shino, but knew eventually that she might eat the horny Inizuka. Crew 9. Maybe Naruto Uzumaki, Mai Zenin and Maki Zenin. Your sensei is Tsume Inizuka, Iruka stated and finishes the groups, revealing any other Ino Shikacho trio. Iruka bids them goodbye with, but any other dull speech as Sakura boasts to Ino on being on Sasuke's team. The door opens as Big Wolf Dog enters having an eye patch with a wild lady. Where's my crew? And you higher behave Kiba, she said. Mother. Kiba whines as some have been guffawing. Naruto and Zenin twins rise from their seats to follow their new sensei out of the study room. The named Tsume puppies comply with me, Tsume stated as she leads them to the forest of loss of life of all places and takes them over the fence into the darkish wooded area. Kanahagakure no Sato wooded area of loss of life. Once sufficiently inner, Tsume flip and kneels to Naruto, with the wolf dog doing the equal. Hail to the Scarlet King. Sumer SCP-023, the Black Shuck said, bowing her head together with her red eyes, that may burn human organs in an instantaneous. Hail to the Scarlet King. The wolf dog Kuromeru or SCP-1111-1 stated. Greetings, Naruto said and sees a female within the trees, but blinks, as her hands had been round his neck from behind. Good day 173, or must I say Anko, Naruto said as Anko licks his cheek. Hiya, my lord and girls, rowdy complain, Anko said her SCP-173 also called the sculpture. Fuck you Anko, Tsume said as Anko grins. He does and I am very loud, Anko said, and the twins agree. Anyway, the Chunin tests are in 3 months, and that I recognize Sarutobi will want to enter Sasuke, which suggests the other rookie groups will have to enter as nicely, Naruto stated. Indeed, but we'll need to fulfill the minimum requirement of 1 C rank undertaking, which might be 30 D ranks, Tsume said. Of course, Makima will ensure we accumulate D ranks, Naruto said. Before that we have to do a actual genin take a look at, Tsume said. Naruto cups his chin, however a grin bureaucracy on his face with a glance to the twins. How approximately for our genin take a look at? The twins and Anko choose a range of among 1 and 100. If I'm able to make you orgasm above stated range, we pass. If it's far beneath, we skip, he said, and Tsume's stomach laughed loudly. As you desire my king, Tsume said as she turned into loosening her jonin vest.